Look at these baby footprints. They didn't even look human.
Minimalist trips documented a night on a public beach on September 24th, 2025. The evening began quietly, with gentle waves, drifting clouds, and an empty stretch of shoreline. He set up a low tarp shelter beneath a tree, preparing for expected rain and planning to record the incoming storm.
Got the tarp set up. Not too bad. It starts raining. Got everything ready to be dry if it does rain. Now we just wait. Hopefully it rains. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like it to. So dinner tonight, we're going curry style rice flavored with coconut, garlic, and ginger. I realized I didn't bring my spork. So, though it is curry style, we're gonna do some chopsticks because that's really all I can find. All right. That's funny, I don't know if I'd even call it dinner, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I got busted, 100% busted. It's late right now, and it happened like the sun was up. So a couple walked down to the rocks and sat there for a while. Let's put it that way, a while. I wasn't told to leave or anything, put it that way. Not by anybody that, anyone important, I guess is a way to put it. I still have stuff to do. I gotta get my sleep set up ready because all I could do was just sit here and just wait.
As daylight faded, he cooked a simple meal while watching storm clouds move across the lake. The area felt calm and undisturbed. That calm ended when a couple walked down to nearby rocks and noticed his hidden setup, ending the stealth aspect of the camp.
I have a feeling it's gonna start raining. We'll see, I guess. I got my sleep setup done right in time. You see, yeah, I gotta hold the tarp so it doesn't, wow. The sky is looking just wild. Wow, nice. That was amazing. Weather's looking pretty iffy, but we got a nice view. I'm just hoping this tarp doesn't give while I sleep. Pretty impressed with twine. It's holding up. Anyways, I'm gonna head to bed. So, unless something happens, see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. How'd you sleep? I'm not gonna lie, I slept amazing. That's one of the best sleeps I've ever gotten.
After nightfall, strong winds arrived. The storm intensified as lightning flashed and waves echoed across the beach. The tarp strained under heavy gusts, but it held through the rain and wind. By morning, the storm had cleared, leaving wet sand and calm skies. He later described the night as one of his most successful outdoor experiences. Luckily, the plan worked this time. However, the video shows how dangerous camping during storms can be. Bad weather can turn risky fast. Would you still camp in these conditions or choose safety first? The next unsettling video comes from Ray Remmel, a UK-based solo creator known for quiet, unplanned night walks through wooded trails. His content focuses on natural sounds, real-time reactions, and personal observations, sometimes referencing paranormal ideas without trying to prove them. On January 3rd, 2026, Ray heads out alone on a woodland trail in the United Kingdom. He expects a cold walk and a calm atmosphere.
This kind of reminds me of Slender Man. That vine right there, all the way up there. That's cool. I like that moon pretty much too. Oh, that's a bat I'm hearing. I hope it doesn't bite me and give me a disease. I can't tell if that's a star or what it is. It's moving though. See it moving between the trees? It's orange. It's getting fast though. That has to be an aircraft or something.
As he moves deeper into the woods, the air feels still and the moon hangs overhead. Thick vines wrap around nearby trees, and bats can be heard flying close by. The walk remains relaxed, but the silence slowly grows heavier.
I can't tell if I'm hearing something or if that's just wind or what it is. It's like dead silent. Oh, dude, that scared me. That bat scared the crap out of me. I was about to say, it's just dead silent. And then that bat goes off. You know, I have a feeling that I should turn around, but for some reason, I'm not going to listen to it, and I'm just going to keep going. Did I just hear a Slender Man footstep? You know that real deep footstep on the Slender Man game? Bop. Like that. Dude, that moon is crazy tonight. Gotta check behind me again. Nothing there, I guess. Gotta check up in the trees too, make sure there's nothing gonna jump on you. Dude, this trail is going on forever. It probably just turned into an infinite loop. There's no escape now. I'm stuck here forever. I swear that's what it feels like.
As the night continues, the forest becomes unusually quiet. A sudden movement nearby sharply breaks the calm, marking the most intense moment of the walk. Later, a deep sound echoes through the woods, resembling heavy footsteps. Ray briefly pauses and scans the trees, becoming more cautious as the trail seems to stretch on longer than expected. Eventually, he reaches the road and exits the woods safely. The video ends without a clear incident, but the tension lingers. Nothing clearly happens, but darkness and isolation can change how sounds feel. Was it just normal wildlife and nerves, or did the setting make ordinary noises feel threatening? What would you have done in that situation? What began as a normal camping trip quickly turned into a dangerous night. Late in the evening, a sudden storm hit the campsite. Strong winds rose fast, trees started breaking, and chaos followed. Large trees fell around them, trapping two vehicles deep in the woods with no clear exit. Visibility dropped as debris flew everywhere, forcing the group to stay inside their cars. One vehicle was badly damaged, with rain pouring through a bent windshield frame and a shattered rear window. Phone signal was weak, but they reached emergency services. Help was delayed by flooding and blocked roads, leaving them to wait through the night. The storm eased briefly, then returned with force, pushing them into the back seats for safety. By morning, the storm was gone. The forest was destroyed, with trees covering tents, vehicles, and trails. Rescuers reached them on foot and escorted the group to a temporary shelter. Investigators later said a tornado likely caused the damage. Everything was lost, but everyone survived. This was a rare case where people survived after being trapped in a violent storm. Not everyone is that lucky. Checking weather alerts early and leaving risky areas can prevent getting stuck. How would you prepare to avoid this situation? The video comes from Two Ghost Girls, a UK-based paranormal investigation channel led by Ellie and Amy. Their work centers on calm, real-time investigations of historic sites, using EMF meters, spirit boxes, and the Estes method, with a strong focus on history rather than dramatic reactions. On January 16, 2026, the team arrives at Okehampton Castle. Ellie, Amy, and their guests move deeper into the snow-covered keep as temperatures drop and cold spots are felt. The atmosphere feels heavy and isolated. Equipment is set up while past reports of activity in the castle are reviewed.
Can we just discuss how there's fresh footsteps going up there when it's not been snowing for that long?
It hasn't, has it? Hello? We're coming up, so...
It's chilly in here.
I can feel it.
We just said it's chilly in here, and she just said, I can feel it.
My bones. From dead to living. I'm at the gate.
What gate? The gate to this room or the gate to the castle?
Or the gate to heaven or hell?
That's good.
Oh. La 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 la.
Whoa.
They make you singing. Use your voice. Dad, are you joking? 1991?
Oh.
91, good year.
Or 1891, one of the two. Goodbye.
What do you say?
Goodbye.
Really?
Okay.
No. What did it sound like?
Sounded like a crunching of...
Oh, like gravel.
During the Estes method, 2 words came through that immediately grabbed our attention. These were 1891 and fire. In 1891, there was an infant, the son of a local tailor, died in Oakhampton after suffering fatal burns. We can't say that this is connected to what we experienced, but the timing, the words, and the history are all impossible to ignore.
What was that?
She thought she heard something.
Like someone clear their throat almost. Was it behind you? It's definitely behind me. 100% behind me. Can you hear that? Yeah. What? Can you hear that? I did. What? That noise just there? What is that noise?
I feel like something's just up there watching us.
Yeah.
As the investigation continues, faint noises echo through the stone walls. Unexplained footprints begin appearing in the snow, creating the sense that someone else may be nearby. The responses captured feel clear and relevant, not random. Crunching footsteps and movement sounds are heard close by, yet no one in the group can account for them.
I'm now going to get out the Spirit Talker device app and see if there can be some communication through the app.
If you want to make any noises in this room with us, show us dancing.
Can we just check if there's someone over there?
Yeah.
100%.
What did it sound like? You know what? It's crazy. It's currently tracking a face in the corner there, but there's no one there.
I feel like someone just went through here.
There's weird ass footprints. Tiny baby footprints, like kids' footprints. We've been here since it's been snowing. Look at these baby footprints. They don't even look human. Oh my god, guys, they look barefoot.
I'm not shut.
They are barefoot. Like, what is that? That's like a baby ass footprint. It's us standing, making you nervous.
Do you want us to leave?
Ouch!
They've asked us, they said to leave this place and out now, so I feel like we should...
A Spirit Talker app appears to detect a face in an empty corner of the room. Small footprints, resembling those of a child, are later found in the snow, despite no one else being present. Messages are then received instructing the group to leave, repeating several times and changing the mood from curiosity to urgency. A ritual challenge connected to Lady Howard of Dartmoor is attempted soon after. The atmosphere becomes unnaturally silent and tense.
They're going to both take a blade of grass, hold it in their right hand, say a little piece, pop it on the floor in front of them, and then they have a chant that they need to repeat 3 times to summon Lady Howard to this area.
Lady Howard of Dartmoor, bound to stone, bound to night, we stand in your shadow, not to mock, but to witness.
Well, we respectfully
leave you alone.
We'll leave you alone, and we thank you for your time, but you are not allowed to come home with us.
As the investigation ends, the escalation is clear, from cold spots and EMF spikes to intelligent responses, unexplained sounds, and physical traces in the snow. Respecting the messages, the group formally closes the investigation, stating that nothing is allowed to follow them home. The night leaves the impression that something within Oakhampton Castle was aware of their presence and wanted them gone. The investigators did not offer any conclusions or theories about what happened. The footage only shows what was recorded. Based on what you saw, do you have a logical explanation for these events? The video comes from Black Craig, a UK-based channel known for night hiking in remote areas of the Lake District. On January 8, 2024, the hike quickly turns tense as thick fog limits visibility and sudden snapping sounds echo nearby. Unexplained noises drift through the darkness, creating an immediate sense that something is wrong.
We're going to head up onto the top and round and back into a bit of a creepy valley, actually. There's a barn stroke cabin in the woods down there. Quite scary, so we're going to check that out and, yeah, see what we can see. Yeah, we just heard voices coming from somewhere over there in the blackness of space. So we just kind of turned our lights out to see if we can hear anything. It stopped. So I think we've got about 200 or so metres left until we get to the top. I don't know if that's coming through, that on the sound, but there's owls everywhere. Okay, here we are at the summit of Whitbarrow. Head on down to the old dead ash forest down there. It does look amazing actually, so we'll go and check it out. Kind of feels a bit like it's a bit misty now. Was that my imagination? We have just walked into a lot of mist, fog or something. Okay, this is one of the dead ash. We haven't actually gone over to that ash forest because there's like a big drop. We'd have to climb down to get to it. We'd actually missed the proper way on to where they are further back up. But there's a few here anyway, so you can see what they're like. The path gets a little bit weird here, kind of bends round to the left. Sort of a bit faint as well. And then we've got this escarpment here of limestone. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, not far from the next wall now. And at that wall, go over the stile, go left, and then head down towards the cabin. So I didn't realise this. I heard one branch snap. Josh has told me now that he heard another one. So
Knowing an old cabin lies ahead, each step becomes cautious. Limestone escarpments appear briefly through the fog, but the route remains hard to read. At one point, distant voices echo through the valley. The hikers stop and turn off their lights, but the sounds fade without explanation.
Okay, I think we're just approaching the barn cabin thing. This is it. Here we go. God, it's just a shame it's so hard to walk around here. You can actually get in and come down this bit. There we go. And then there's another bit in there, look. I won't run. Nothing. I think we need to go back that way. I don't think you can get... don't want to be crawling down that, no. You have to go back that other way. Yeah. It is, isn't it? To kind of come across something like this in the middle of the night, you know. It was very dry in there actually, wasn't it? It's obviously where the troughs, where the cows drink. It is a bog of doom.
The old cabin eventually comes into view. Its log cabin design looks out of place in the surrounding boggy clearing. Fog and low light make the structure feel unsettling. Inside, the cabin is empty and dry, offering brief shelter. Outside, the bog limits movement and reinforces isolation.
Can you smell weed? If I can smell weed, it means there's humans around. So there's a trouble now. Look, there's a path going that way and a path going this way. We'll ignore that one. What's that sign saying there, look? There's a little arrow there. Is there an arrow? Getting a little bit lost. I'm starting to wonder if that right-hand one was the one we wanted. Yeah. You know that that sign we saw a minute ago?
Oh, yeah.
We need to go back to that. Right, here we go. Here's the wall. We're almost there, mate.
Nice.
As they leave and continue through wooded paths toward their van, a faint smell suggests other people nearby, though no one is seen. The hike ends without direct danger, but the fog, strange sounds, drifting voices, and isolated cabin leave a lasting sense of discomfort, showing how quickly night conditions can turn familiar terrain disorienting. Nothing clearly threatens them, but fog and sound can easily confuse the mind. Could the noises and voices have normal explanations, or did the setting make everything feel worse? How would you handle hiking there at night? In 2010, a student named Arian joined a school camping trip near Fort Mills in the Philippines. During a visit to the fort, she recorded a short video of her classmates walking through the area. Years later, while watching the footage again, she noticed something strange she had missed before. For a brief moment, a dark figure appears on the upper level of a barracks. The shape looks human, but not completely. It appears entirely gray and moves quickly across the structure before disappearing. The figure is seen only once and does not appear elsewhere in the video or in any other recordings. Fort Mills is a historic military site where many American and Philippine soldiers died in 1942. Because of this history, the brief appearance has raised questions. The figure never appears again. It could be a shadow, a trick of light, or something else. Do you think it was connected to the site's past? Emroso, a Brazilian explorer, was camping beside a forest river with his friend Adriel. Around 3 a.m., he woke up to fish again. The area was silent at first, then unfamiliar sounds began coming from the darkness.
Gente, tá fazendo E eu tô escutando bastante barulho também pra esses lados aqui, ó, Greg. E onça adora ficar aqui, ó, gente. Onça adora isso aí, ó. Tá?
He aimed his flashlight toward the trees and noticed something watching from within the forest.
Lá pra cima, amor. Quer ir na estrada? É aquilo que eu sempre falo, a gente mora aqui no estado do Mato Grosso. Eu não preciso perder meu tempo pra ficar mentindo pra vocês. Isso aqui foi esses dias, tá? Era de dia, à tarde. Escutou, amor?
A pair of reflective eyes stared back. The noises soon seemed closer, as if whatever was there was moving around their camp. Concerned for their safety, they returned to the tent and stayed motionless until sunrise. When morning came, there were no clear signs of anything nearby. Even so, both felt certain they had been observed during the night. It was most likely a wild animal moving through the area, drawn by sound or light. Thankfully, they stayed calm and made it through the night safely. What would you have done if you were in their place? The next video of the night comes from E.B. That Barber, a UK-based barber and content creator from Trowbridge, usually known for lighthearted and positive videos. This time, he documents a nighttime visit to a woodland tied to local folklore, where humor slowly fades into real unease. On January 14, 2026, the group enters Sally in the Woods after dark. The location is known for reports of strange sounds, sightings, and a ruined tower hidden deeper among the trees. As they walk in, they explain the area's reputation and the legend of Sarah Gibson, an 18th century widow believed by some to have been a witch, along with stories of screams and unexplained activity near the tower. At first, the mood is playful, but their body language shows caution.
What the was that? Oh my days. Gibby Bonder! I can't see, bro, because of that light. So, like, if anything's actually there, my brain's telling me run away. Yeah. But because I'm... This is Sally's kingdom. Is that boarded up? Yeah. Bro, it's open. CCTV in operation. Shh. What the fuck was that noise? Can you hear her? Yeah. No. Wait, come here.
As they move deeper, the darkness closes in and the joking feels forced. While heading toward the tower, a sudden unexplained noise stops them. Near the tower, more sounds follow, closer and harder to identify, causing them to slow down and reconsider continuing. A sudden movement triggers a sharp scare, breaking their confidence.
Is that fucking John Fury you can hear?
No waiting around. Oh my days. I want you to go today.
Today?
Shut the mullet, pig. Go
Who's
today.
calling a fucking pig? Oh, and what did he could call you?
Believing the exploration is finished, they head back toward the edge of the woods.
Sally's like this. She actually tries to trap us in sometimes. Boys and girls, we've made it to the end of Sally in the Woods. Yeah, definitely, to be fair, we really happened to be... What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Who is that? Who is that, bro? I
think that was Sally.
What was that?
Just before leaving, another sound or movement behind them causes panic and a rushed retreat. Afterward, They admit no clear evidence was found, but the atmosphere alone made the experience unsettling. Regardless of the cause, the situation became unsafe fast. Night exploration in unknown forests carries risks. Would you continue forward or leave once the atmosphere changed? This video, shared by elquaiquai.tv on TikTok, was recorded at night on a ranch in Mexico. While checking his property, a man notices a figure standing completely still in the darkness. He suddenly freezes, remaining silent and unmoving, as if unable to react. After a brief moment, he turns away. When he looks back, the figure has vanished. He later searches the area, but finds no footprints or signs of anyone being there. Some viewers point out that the figure's feet appear slightly above the ground, suggesting possible editing. Others believe it seemed to hover, because it was not human. Regardless of the explanation, whatever stood there did not appear human. The figure could be a visual illusion or edited footage, but the lack of tracks is strange. If it was real, what could explain its stillness and disappearance? What do you think happened that night? The next disturbing video comes from Parkinson Paranormal, an Australian investigation team known for revisiting locations connected to hostile activity. On November 15, 2025, they returned to Point Lonsdale expecting a routine investigation, unaware of how quickly the night will escalate. Before the investigation officially begins, the lead investigator feels sudden chest pain, a sensation he says happens every time he comes back to Point Lonsdale. A guest nearby also experiences difficulty breathing in one section of the path, which fades once she steps away. The team notes these physical effects usually grow stronger after dark and near areas of reported activity.
I know you're a bit nervous and concerned about going into that back section, so you don't have to follow us there.
2 EMF meters are placed between investigators with no nearby devices or clear environmental cause. Both spike sharply at the same moment, then drop back to 0. The brief moving readings suggest motion rather than fixed interference.
Whoa! Is someone making things move in the trees? Is there someone up in the trees?
During an EVP session, clear responses are captured that appear to match the questions asked, giving the impression of direct interaction. As the group considers moving deeper into a more negative area, the chest pain returns and becomes stronger. Something the lead investigator says has happened on past visits.
Starts earlier than you want it to. I didn't want to deal with them this early, and now I've got pain right in the middle of my chest, which is very common here.
When there was still some light, Holly said that she was having like a hard time breathing. It was a little bit further up the path there towards that other plot.
An Estes method session is then used to communicate with an entity the team calls the Witch. Several responses are recorded, some dismissive, and others openly confrontational, while certain questions are avoided, suggesting control over the location. A sudden loud noise bursts from the bushes behind one investigator, stopping the session. Scratching sounds follow.
That was loud. It was right behind him.
Photos taken moments apart later show one image containing a misty, face-like shape that is missing from the others. The team says this is the first photographic anomaly they have captured at the site.
Now seems like a good time to pause the video to go over this photographic evidence with you. I took multiple photos in the exact same spot, and you can see here in the first photo, there's nothing. It's just the bushes and the trees. It's very normal, but as we move to the second photo taken in the same spot, it appears like we have captured a face, and this was absolutely shocking for me to see this as I reviewed all the photos the next day.
Afterward, the team reflects on a pattern seen over years at Point Lonsdale. Early physical sensations, intelligent responses through equipment, rising hostility, and intimidation instead of calm communication. Although no one is harmed, the repeated aggression convinces them this will be their final visit, believing the location shows awareness, intelligence, and hostility. Every time the team visits this place, the same things happen, like chest pain and strange reactions. This could be caused by stress or fear, or it could mean something unusual is really there. What do you think is more likely? The video comes from Ectoplasm Explorers, a California-based team known for real-time spirit box investigations in abandoned locations. On January 17, 2026, Josh and Johnny begin a calm session on a deserted wooded road. What they don't realize is that the night ahead will turn into something completely unimaginable. At first, responses are weak and broken, slowly increasing tension.
Killed Charlie. Who's Charlie?
Who's Charlie? Who's Charlie and why'd you kill him?
Well, they might be saying to kill Charlie.
Later, a clearer male-sounding voice comes through, appearing to answer questions directly. The clarity suggests intentional communication, rather than random radio noise.
Did our footage get wiped?
I'm not sure, I don't think so. I turned around and then it was back at 0. I must have been tripping.
Soon after, short instructions are heard, referencing movement and the distant church. These responses suggest awareness of the surroundings and an effort to guide the investigators.
That said Azeroth. Isn't that an angel name?
Maybe.
What is Azeroth? Or was it Ezra? Like the Jewish, like... Was it Azra or Ezra? You don't have to cuss at me. Like, I'm not cussing at you.
Did you say Azra or Azeroth?
Hopefully what? Like, hopefully what? As you said it again, Azra. What is Azra?
Despite offering to leave if told, no clear instruction to go is given. Instead, the interaction shifts between partial replies, taunts, and aggressive tones. As batteries drain and communication weakens, the session ends without clear answers. While signs of intelligence and awareness are present, the hostility leaves the encounter unresolved. The night concludes with unanswered questions about the name mentioned and the purpose behind the commands. The responses show awareness and direction, but also confusion and aggression. This could be radio interference or something reacting to the investigators. Do you think the instructions were random words or signs of real intent?